Alright, I've been doing a little organization in my garage, so I just wanted to show what I've been doing and talk a little bit about what I used. So I used Rubbermaid FASTTRAK, and with Rubbermaid FASTTRAK what you do is you mount a track, and it comes in sections on the back on your wall, and then on that FASTTRAK you can mount different things. They sell hooks, and they also sell shelving and a few other things like baskets and stuff like that, but really what I used it for was the hooks and the shelving, which I really liked. The rail, you can take whatever you're doing, hooks you mount to it, and you can slide the hooks wherever you want on it. And what I used with my FASTTRAK was Stanley organizers, which I think are great because it's a little bit of visual management, so I don't have to run through a bunch of drawers when I'm looking for things. So I throw all my parts and pieces, nuts, screws, things like that when I'm working on projects, and then what I'll do is I'll hang it up here, and I hang too deep here. So let me throw that one up and this other one up here. Alright, now one of the things I did not like about Rubbermaid FASTTRAK was an issue they had with their shelving. I think Rubbermaid typically does a good job engineering their stuff. I really like it, but this is one thing that I found to be an issue. If you have more weight on one shelf than the other, then your shelves end up uneven. And I've got 6 shelves in a row here, and I've got a gap difference right here. So I don't like that you've got this weight difference. So what I want to do is find a way to tie the shelving together, an easy way to do that. So I just want to show that real quick here. Over here, you can see what I've done. I've run a screw through and used some large area washers with a wing nut, tighten it up, and it evens out your shelving. And I wanted to find a fix where I didn't have to drill holes or do anything weird to the shelving that I just bought, because this shelving is not exactly cheap, but I didn't want to damage it as well or modify it. So let me show you what I did here. So I used a 2-inch 8/32 screw with some 1-inch diameter washers, 1/8 inch hole in the middle there for a number 8 screw, and then a wing nut as well. Another thing I did as well was put some shrink tubing on to cover up this threading so it doesn't damage the plastic edging that they put that goes over the edge of the shelving right here. So I didn't want to damage that at all when I put the screw in there. So let me show you what I did. Here's the shrink tube. Don't forget the washer. Shrink tube on here, and do this here. Take this. I'm just going to take a lighter and shrink up the heat tube here, and you can use a heat gun to do this as well, but a lighter works just as well for what we're doing here. Alright, so there's a shrink tube on the threads to protect it, the shelving. So we'll correct the shelving with the plastic. Put my other washer on here and my wing nut. And then what we're going to do is slide this in between the shelving here and tighten it up. So here's our uneven shelves right here. So basically I'm going to take this and slide it in. And the washers are basically the same width as the shelving here now, so it really doesn't interfere with your storage space. And I'm going to go ahead and tighten this up here. You can see the shelves evening up. You don't want to herc down on it too tight because you don't want to break this plastic. But now your shelves are even, and we have weight transferring from this shelf over to this shelf, so you've got the weight being shared between the 2 FASTTRAK brackets as well. So it just looks a lot cleaner as far as the installation of your shelving. There you go. Enjoy.